Hello. 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 Is that a traveler who came into my tent? Hello, how are you enjoying the carnival today? Welcome in. You look tired and full of grease. Claws are a bit... Don't worry, I have large claws, but I won't scratch you, I promise. Traveler, come in. Make yourself comfy. Hello. How are we today? Is the sound too loud? Should I close the curtains a little? Make it a bit quieter. There we go. Welcome to Madam Wolfwood's tarot tent. You may see my hands and think that I am not a human, but you are wrong. I am actually a human 27 days of the month. And then on the 28th day, when the full moon comes, I change. That's why I'm in the circus. No one else will employ me. No one will give me PTO 1 day a month. It's hard out here for a werewolf tarot reader. Welcome in, everyone. Hello. Today we have a hand cam. Yes. Hello. The redeems, the scams. Madam Wolfwood has turned off the scams for today. I apologize. My claws are a bit wonky. Hello, welcome in. How were the rides out there? Did any of them break? Did any of the roller coasters throw people off? I simply must know. Welcome. Did you eat enough funnel cakes to sustain a small village? I'm sure you did. They're pronounced funnel cakes in my neck of the woods. Welcome in. Hello, everyone. Hello, Hito. Hello, Flightless. Hello, Patchy. Hello, Yaros. Hello, Kano. Hello, Saka. Welcome in. Hello, Alex. Thank you for the first time chat. Hello. Hello, Ruka. Have a wonderful day. You as well. Hello, Mr. Shrike. Hello, Grovstern. Hello, Biggest Boy. Hello, Mauricio. Hello, Ta. Hello, Lamoru. Hello, Max. How do I know all your names when you walk in the door without ever introducing yourself to me? It's because I'm psychic. Yes. Madam Wolfwood knows many things. Yes, she does. Hello, Andacia. Hello, Floundering. Hello, Meteor Rain. Hello, Vanny. Hello, Himo. Is that you? Hello. Hello, Sa. Hello, Roscoe. I saw you all in my dreams. Hello, Chunky. Hello, Soul Striker. Hello, Lot. Hello, Sid. Hello. If I didn't say hello to you, welcome in. Hello. Yes, I'm a very mysterious oracle. Madam Wolf are wearing name tags. Joke's on you. Madam Wolfwood can't see. She took out her eyes and exchanged it for magical powers with a dark-suited man at the crossroads one day. All of my eyes are gone. I can't read. I'm reading your mind. I'm reading your mind. Hello, Cricket. Hello, Eyes. Hello, Shiny Egg. Hello, Phidias. Hello. Hi, Carmo. Hi, Armpits. We're dreamy. No, I've just seen you in my dreams. That's all. There's a very big difference. Just keeping them where we can see them. What does that mean, Armpits? Welcome in. These paws go hard. They do indeed. Thank you. I was born with them. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe she was born with it. You'll never know. Hey, check this out. Madam Wolfwood learned this from the teenagers at the carnival. They do this a lot. Rude, young ones. Very rude, methinks. Every time I show that to somebody, I'm unfamiliar with your human ways. Every time I show someone this gesture into a human, they get offended. I don't know why. Hello, Isaac. How often do you trim those nails? Himo, that's none of your business. Madam Wolfwood's nail salon is none of your business. That's a well-kept secret. Every tarot reader must have impeccable hands. I will never give you the secret to my beautiful paws and claws. That was actually the original name for the tarot shop, Paws and Claws. But Madam Wolfwood changed her mind at the last minute. Hello, Clean Shay, welcome in. Hello, Nicholas. Hello, Rapscallion. How are you today? A lot of finger wiggling going on. You have a problem? You've got an issue with that? You have an issue with how many times Madam Wolfwood wiggles her fingers? I don't think a tarot reader is right for you. If you have a problem with how much I wiggle my fingers, speak to my ADHD. Go talk to my acoustics. I don't know what to tell you. I was born like this. The pause and the acoustics. They came together. Package deal. Hi, Josu. Welcome in. Hello. Yes, Bossy's truly a wolf. Hello. Scratching the table. Don't make Madam Wolfwood mad. She will scratch your face just like this. Look at those claw marks in the table. Atrocious. You wouldn't want that on your flesh, would you, humans? Would you? Can't spell acoustic without pause. What the? Get out of my tent. If you're stupid, get out of my tent. Hello, Shani. I'm just kidding. Everyone of all brain cell count can come to Madam Wolfwood. Madam Wolfwood does not discriminate. No matter how many brain cells you have, Madam Wolfwood will welcome you as long as your coin is pure. Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to the tarot tent. Today, I will be doing some readings. Yes, I'm feeling it in the ether. I'm feeling the energy flowing through this summer. The sweaty air, the crickets, the energies of the universe are flowing through me. Today, our first victim, our first magical impulse. It's coming to me. Yes, I believe the name is Vtuber Mochi. Yes, I can feel it. Lamoru, thank you very, Madam Wolfwood's very pleased with this coin. 1 admission ticket, please, Madam Wolfwood. Yes, Lamoru, thank you very much. In fact, you get 100 admission tickets. Enjoy, thank you. Madam Wolfwood will put your name in the book of good ones. Yes, you will see when you die, when you go to the afterlife, you will see Madam Wolfwood put in a good word for you with several very prominent spirits and ghosts. Yes, thank you very much. Madam Wolfwood appreciates that. That's new curtain money for the tent. Thank you. Today, our first victim is going to, reading is going to be for Vtuber Mochi. I've heard she's a strange pink thing. Very soft, very loud and soft, and doesn't know how to really take care of herself that well. Forgets how to eat sometimes, but is an incredible Dark Souls player. Yes. Today we are going to be using my trusted Shadowscape Tarot by Stephanie Puemun Law. The art is very beautiful, yes indeed. Yes, listen to that. Listen to that. Ooh. I wish I could have... Madam Wolfwood wishes her ASMR mic wasn't so finicky so you could hear the noises my fur makes when it rubs against the box. Anyway, that's weird. Madam Wolfwood's stimming a little. Don't worry, it's just something she does. Anyway, this is the beautiful tarot cards we'll be using for today. Now, Madam Wolfwood has had 3,000 years to study the tarot. So everything she knows about tarot is right and true and real. Nothing is incorrect. So she will definitely not need this guidebook whatsoever today. Welcome in everyone. Hello waifu, hello Alexander McCabe, hello Rose, hello No Pun, hello Ankylosaurus. I've drawn you into my sweet smelling tent, haven't I? I've put on some incense, a little bit of tea. Today's tea is a nettle tea with a bit of honey. To boost my magical prowess, I must drink a juice that is derived from the plants of the earth. Yes, tasty, tasty indeed. Hello, Polish welcome, and hello, Bitter. How are you today? Hi. Hi, Madam Wolfwood was a bit casual there. She meant to say greetings. Yes, don't rattle the nettle, indeed. Burning hairballs in the corner, what do you mean, Hito? Hello, Baseman, welcome in. How are you today? Madam Wolfwood greets you into her tarot reading tent. Hello, Mac Attack, how are we? It's good to see you. We're doing the Mochi's tarot card reading, indeed, yes. Let us begin by shuffling the cards. Yes, the spirit of the cards speaks to me, Hotties. I believe... Oh, how did I know your name was the Hotties collectively? I have no idea. It was just sent through me. It was sent to me through a signal in my brain. Something tells me you're very hot and that someone calls you the Hotties. Someone who cares for you very much but will never admit it, calls you the Hotties. I can't shuffle for shit with these hands. Hold on! Madam Wolfwood will be right. Madam Wolfwood is just getting new socks on. Madam Wolfwood's feet are cold. Give me a second. Madam Wolfwood needs a different magical robe. She needs to... Madam Wolfwood's wolf powers are too strong today. She needs to put on her regular human hands for this. Goodness me. When will they ever make cards that are friendly to shuffle for wolves? This is unheard of. I can't believe companies are creating animal-based tarot cards. There's so many of us that read them. Shit. Madam Wolfwood's gloves are finicky today. Madam Wolfwood's Madam Wolfwood's human hands are now complete. Yes. La 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 la. The transformation is over. Yes. Observe my powers. Observe my powers, newcomer. I've transformed from a wolf into a woman. Baseman, thank you very much. Madam Wolfwood appreciates the 5 gifted. Thank you. I will put your name in the book of good ones as well. Yes, all the spirits and all the spirits and the little fairies will know your name. Thank you very much. I did trim my nails very quickly, yes, but that was with magic. You didn't see it. It was so instantaneous. It was instantaneous. How did she do that? I can't tell you my secrets, Bloodhill. Magic is just so magical and mysterious like that. Anyway, it's much easier to... It's much easier for Madam Wolfwood to shuffle these cards now. Shall we begin? All right, Vtuber Mochi. Today, we are going to be doing a tarot reading. We are going to be doing a simple 3-card spread. A 3-card spread could be a lot of different things, but today I think I'm feeling the energies. We want to do a past, a present, and a future card. Yes, those are the 3 cards. And then if Madam Wolfwood is at all confused about what the cards mean, we will draw extra cards to clarify and determine the situation further. Yes. Madam Wolfwood is not often confused. Madam Wolfwood is in fact seldomly confused, one might say. Except when it comes to human courtship, but that's a different story. Madam Wolfwood's been divorced from her fey king husband for 3,025 years. Has it really been that long? Oh. He doesn't even pay alimony. It's not even that hard. The fairy currency is acorns. Anyway. Alright, 3 cards for Vtuber Mochi. 3 cards for Vtuber Mochi. I'm feeling. Which card is the correct one? Oh, this one. This is her past. This card represents her present. And this card represents... the last one feels good. Her future. Oh, you can't see all 3 of them. Her future. Indeed, indeed. Max, thank you for the 2 super. Madam Wolfwood's very pleased. I don't know why she called it a super. It must be a magical word that just popped into her head. Thank you so much. $2 saying Mochi gets a Fool card or a Star card. Oh, all right. It seems that our newcomers have magical powers themselves manifesting into the ether. Very good. We will see. We will see. Hello, Bubba. Welcome in. We're about to flip these cards over for Vtuber Mochi. Her past, her present, and her future. Hello, Captain Ron. Welcome. Hello, the future. Yes. All right, here we are. Her past. Now, I don't really believe in upside down. Well, you know, maybe we should believe it in this one. Madam Wolfwood usually likes to keep the cards face up because it's more positive that way. And the clients are usually happier when it's more positive. But today we might want to leave them upside down and listen to the cards' true intentions rather than diluting them. All right, now hold on. Madam Wolfwood has to definitely not look up what this means. Give Madam Wolfwood a second here. All right, I'm searching my brain. Yes, it seems that the Two of Pentacles card, upright. The Two of Pentacles. Look at it, newcomer. This is the Two of Pentacles. Yes, here, let me... Hold on. The blasted light in the tent is off again. Give me a second. Where's the light? Oh, there we go. There we are. Alright, that's a little better. Sorry about that. The candles magically go off sometimes whenever there's a demon nearby. The clown must have passed by. He keeps making balloon animals in the shape of peebuses. I'm pretty sure he's a demon. Alright, give me a second. To the end of my hand to go. Ah, there it is. I hate that clown. I don't know why we ever hired him. Alright, the Two of Pentacles, newcomer. Read upon it. Look upon it. The two... That's a little too bright, but that's fine. The Two of Pentacles reversed. Now, normally upright, the Two of Pentacles stands for a balancing act. Juggling and keeping everything in motion. Being flexible and adaptable and changing directions easily. So, if a card is reversed, usually what that means is it's everything reversed. So in this case, it seems that Mochi's past, she might have been a little bit inflexible. She might have been feeling almost a little bit stuck in her past. Not very adaptable, not very good with change. And perhaps financially, because the Pentacle card is the card of financials. It's earth, it's what you own, it's your money, it's your wealth. The earth represents your physical things. Therefore, the Two of Pentacles, she may have been feeling stuck monetarily, or perhaps stuck in her reality with no escape, no motion, no nothing. A very sad fate. Now let us see her present. Has it improved? Madame Wolfwood is speechless. It seems that Max predicted correctly $2 that the Fool would show up in Mochi's reading. Now keep in mind there are about 112 cards in this deck. There's 112 and I only drew 3, something like that, something insane like that. And I only drew 3. Incredible, Max, incredible. It seems that you have some powers as well. I see, newcomer. I see I may have underestimated your magical abilities. All right, well, I can tell you what the Fool means. Alex, thank you very much for the 5. I knew today would be goated. What does that mean? I don't sacrifice goats. I stopped doing that about 500 years ago when the cops started getting on my case. I don't do that anymore. No more blood magic, but thank you very much. I appreciate the curtain money. This is the Fool, newcomers. The Fool is an incredibly powerful card. It is one of the 21 face cards in the tarot deck. There are only 22. 21, 22, something like that. Don't worry about it. There are a number of cards that are face cards, and they're very powerful. The Fool represents pure naivety. It represents someone who is too stupid to understand that they're in danger. But on the plus side, without knowing what's ahead of you, you are very brave, aren't you? You can forge paths ahead of yourself without worrying, without second guessing, without doubting. The Fool card is probably, everyone says that the World card is the most powerful. No. The most powerful card in the 21 face suits is without a doubt the Fool. The Fool represents the beginning and the end. It is the Alpha and the Omega, as Madame Wolfwood's clan would say. It is an incredibly powerful card. So in Mochi's present, she is forging ahead. She is forging ahead without thinking about consequences. She is so brave and full of energy, undiluted, unstoppable. You cannot tell a fool a thing. A fool will charge ahead without taking into consideration anything you say, and that is both good and bad. In this case, it means she has boundless energy and she's been freed of her constraints. She no longer has those worries of being stuck or those financial worries. She is charging forward, buoyed by her complete naivety. And it is a beautiful thing. It is like watching a child run through a candy shop. Yes. Yes, Mochi the fool indeed. Yes. What if the goat was a bad goat, though? That's impossible. There's no bad animals. Animals don't have any concept of morality. Come on, you know this. Even I know this, and I'm a mystic witch. I got a reverse 2 of wands. Ooh, interesting. Very interesting. Yes, our poor, she is very foolish, but in a very, very loving way. We are saying foolish in parentheses lovingly. She is also one of the smartest people. I'm getting a sense, someone out there, someone whose name starts with a B, knows that Mochi is actually one of the most intelligent people academically she's ever met, which is a very interesting combination. All right, now let us see Mochi's future. Let us see Mochi's... Not even horses. No, not even horses can stop her. The mosquitoes are bad. They're just trying to survive, same as you and me. They're out here trying to suck blood, same as you. Are we not both trying to suck blood? Oh, just me? Very well. Right, so Mochi's future. Let us see. The 3 of Swords! The 3 of Swords, newcomer, look upon it. The 3 of Swords. There is a swan that is impaled by 3 swords. The 3 of Swords upright. Let us read what this is. Did you say 3 of Swords, Max? Did you say 3 of Swords? Where? That's insane. Did you actually? Goodness me. Well, don't take my job, all right? This is my carnival. Don't. You're inching in on my turf, newcomer. You find your own carnival. I've got this one unlocked. They give me health care. You get out of here with your predictions. That's 3 of Swords. If I catch you peddling, I swear to the unholy. All right. Well, newcomer, it doesn't look too great here. The 3 of Swords. If I'm listening to my internal magical voices properly, the 3 of Swords represents grief and heartbreak, loneliness, separation, and isolation. There is no one to give solace or lend a hand. Has everyone deserted in this time of greatest need? Now, this just represents the future. This is a possible future. Now, I feel as though perhaps Mochi Vtuber might have always been a bit of a lonely girl. She might have always felt a little bit isolated. So if she lets her inner demons win, if she falls into... I especially think, since I believe the spirits are telling me she's going back to school, and what that tends to do is eat up all of your time so that you don't have any time. You don't have any time to socialize, any time to have friends. This card could represent a loneliness that is self-inflicted because of jobs and because of schooling and because of different things that take up your time. It's not necessarily a tragedy. It is just, in particular, one of the day-to-day things that happens to you humans. You have this thing called capitalism, and it sucks up all of your time. And so I believe that is the feeling I am getting here. It is not necessarily because she has many friends. I can see it in the web of my weave. She has many friends who will look out for her no matter what. There is one in particular whose name keeps popping up in my head. Her name starts with a B. I don't know who she is, but she loves Mochi very dearly, and she will make sure that Mochi is never lonely in her time of need. Yes, you shan't worry, newcomer, don't worry. However, the power of the Fool is so powerful here, especially in the present. As long as she carries the energy of the power of the Fool forward, she can overcome any obstacle. That is the beauty of the Fool. Other cards are stopped by this card, but the Fool continues on blithely no matter what. Yes, yes. Goodbye, Isaac. Enjoy your dinner. Hello, Mystic Tony. Welcome. And hello, Atonement. Or they may outlive everyone they know. No, Final Atonement. They will not outlive everyone they know. Don't worry. Mochi Vtuber, don't worry. This is a card, I can feel it in my bones. This is about her upcoming schooling that's going to isolate her a little bit from her friends, from her ability to hang out with her friends. I can feel this. This is not a tragic one. There's no tragic energy here. It is just the day-to-day energy of feeling isolated in this capitalist system. Yes. Talks about capitalism, gets an ad. Who knows who will be this bee? What do you mean, Tony? What do you mean, Mystic Tony? Hi, Manto with a B. Yes. Oh, yes. The B. I don't know what the name is. Sorry, I forgot about the B name. It's B-O, I think. They must be a very stinky person. Yes, they must be if their name starts with B-O, their name must be they must be very smelly. All right. That was Vtuber Mochi's reading. Please go support Vtuber Mochi. She has a trial ahead of her, to be sure, but she is a wonderful girl with lots of energy. Please go give her your support. Yes. Shall we have a bit of tea together and yap before the next one? Yes. David Hasselhoff. No, I'm pretty sure David Hasselhoff is not the one I'm thinking of. Otherwise, I would be thinking less of this person's wolf ears and more of their large shoulders. Bossy is a benevolent dictator. Who is that? Bossy. That's a terrible name. Who named themselves Bossy? That really kind of signals to a lot of people what you're about. Why didn't you choose something nice like cute or sweet or like anything else other funny? Even funny would be better than bossy, to be honest. People are gonna think you're a dickhead. If you have a name that starts with the word bossy, people are gonna think you're a ding dong. Bob Boward. No, it's not Bob Howard. No, it's definitely not a Bob. Bob of the Sponge. No. Calliope Bori. Definitely not that one. You should do a reading for this bus person. Perhaps we will. Perhaps we will towards the end. Perhaps we will. But my magical energies are telling me. Yes, my magical energies are telling me. Shit. Sorry. Madam Wolfwood swears a bit. My magical energies are telling me that the next person we are going to be reading for starts with a T. Yes, that is right. A T. Yes. Sorry, Madam Wolfwood gets carried away. She swears sometimes. Yes. Bogo's Vinted. No, it's definitely not that. That's a fricked up name. No. All right. The next VTuber we will be reading for. The next person we'll be reading for today. Madam Wolfwood can feel that this person is very good at singing, music. She sings beautifully, like a siren on a rock in the middle of the ocean. She belts out tunes the way that most people breathe. Talented, very talented, I can see it, and very pink too. Extremely pink, actually. The pink aura is so strong. A little bit of red in there, but mostly pink. All right, let's just cut the cards and cut them again. Madam Wolfwood feels that this reading will be very enlightening for this Tomoe Carmine. Oh, even her name is real. All right, so let's see. Her past card. What shall it be? I'm feeling that one. A present card. This one. And last but not least, a future card. Yes! The three have been chosen. Yes. Very good, very good. Looking beautiful, ladies. Even her name is red indeed. Hello, Ikaj. Welcome in. How goes the readings? It's going fantabulous. How are you today? Hello, Firehill. Hello. Welcome in. Hello, Chance. How are we today? Have you eaten enough cotton candy? Are you sugared up? Are you sufficiently weighted down with the lard of your funeral cakes and your turkey legs? Good. That means you're not going anywhere. You won't leave my tent alive. Without a reading. Yes. All right. The energy. I can feel it. Let us read her first card, Tomoe Carmine's past. Oh, The Knight of Cups. This is a very interesting card. I'm looking into my brain and definitely not reading anything about this. Yes, my brain says, my instincts, my magical powers say that the Knight of Cups follows her dreams. She lets her intuition guide her on journeys. If she remains honest and faithful following her heart, she can one day taste from the cup. The Knight of Cups is driven by their own emotions, by their own instincts. I feel that Tomoe Carmine, perhaps in her past, just followed her heart, no matter what. Her head is not very much in the equation in her past. She goes by feelings. Perhaps she even makes decisions that seem strange or hasty to other people because they can't quite understand her feelings, but she understands her own feelings perfectly. So in the past, she followed her heart somewhere. I'm feeling she went somewhere great on her own merits, on her own instincts. She operates from a place of moving without thinking, rather with feeling. And she's very brave with her feelings in the past, yes. She was confident in them. All right, now for her present. Yes, a powerful soul, yes. She was an antique collector. Hello, Papa Nurgle. I saw you at the Chaos Ball in the year -165. It's been a long time, Papa Nurgle. I hope you've been well. My name is Madame Wolfwood. You remember me, of course. I was the tarot reader for that party in the Chaos. Anyway, Tomoe Carmine's present. The Two of Swords. Goodness me, a lot of swords in these VTuber readings. It's almost as if there's some sort of anxiety going on in the general sphere of VTubing right now. Yes. All right, the Two of Swords. Now this is reversed. So everything I'm about to say we will take the opposite of. The Two of Swords represents a stalemate or an impasse. It means like a draw, like one cannot get the upper hand over the other. Neither side will compromise, and no progress can be made until one chooses to step aside. A denial of truth. So, the Two of Swords in reverse means that this impasse, this denying a truth, there was perhaps some sort of truth in Tomoe's life that she denied, and then all of a sudden something happened, and she has accepted it. The Two of Swords means overcoming an obstacle. I am not sure of what this obstacle is, but she has in her present either very soon or has already overcome a great obstacle in her mind. The Two of Swords. The swords is the mind, where the cups is the emotion and the heart and the water. The swords is the air. It is the brain. It is thought and communication. She has overcome some sort of impasse in her own mind, or she is about to, and she is about to break free of what has been holding her back all this time. Yes. Hello, Mako. Welcome in. Hello, everyone. Hi, Chunky. Hello. Did I say hello? Hello, Paddington. Yes, a stalemate. Yes. I liked Bleach better when it was Yu Yu Hakusho. What does that mean, Grobster? Yes, not that she's unstoppable, but that there is some sort of obstacle she has overcome either recently or will overcome very soon. That's very exciting. I can feel she's a very talented girl, and I feel that any sort of breakthrough made by somebody so talented is bound to have interesting effects on the world. Yes, yes, good for her, good for her. All right, now we shall read her future card, one of the most important cards. Now keep in mind the future is never set in stone. The future is more like liquid mercury. Everybody says, oh, the future is stone, the future is stone. Wrong! The future is like liquid mercury. It can be solid, but it is mostly liquid at room temperature at any given moment. It is only by our own actions that we solidify the future. Yes, you understand, newcomer. Yes, of course. All right, Tomoe Carmine's future. The Knight of Wands! So many knight cards in this reading. Goodness me. A very masculine energy, and not in masculine energy doesn't necessarily mean a man. It just means more of the traditional, the Greek concept of masculine means sort of going ahead on your own power. I can feel that Tomoe Carmine is very self-motivated. She's got a lot of energy in her that's very self-motivated, sort of a go-getter, sort of a entrepreneur type vibe. Jim, thank you very much. Madam Wolfwood enjoys these $5. Careful, guys. She has an 800 septum bounty in Riften, I heard. You will get the hell out of my tent. Get the hell out right now. I'm going to call the guards on you. We're not in Riften anymore. We're not in the Rift. That's right. We're in Whiterun. You can't stop me. All right. So, a Knight of Wands. What does this mean? Now, the Wands is a fire. The Wands is a fire card. The Wands represent carnality. It represents the blood pumping. It represents fire. Knight of Wands. Sorry, I'm sorry. Sometimes my magic signals get mixed up. Sorry about that. The Knight of Wands indicates change and progression toward a goal. The Knight is an individual full of daring and passion. Okay, so this indicates here, if it's in the reverse state, that would mean that even though Tomoe Carmine has overcome this sort of mental blockage, there is going to be some sort of backstep. Perhaps they have realized, perhaps Tomoe Carmine, she has realized that she needs to go back in order to go forward. That's the feeling I'm getting here. It's not so much that she's going to lose progress, but it's that she has realized here in her present that this mental block means that she must trace her steps backwards, back to her origins, perhaps, back to where she began her journey in order to figure out how to move forward. Yes, but until she realizes this, I think she's not going to be able to progress, is what the cards are telling me here. I don't think now that I've seen the Knight of Wands in reverse, I think she hasn't realized this yet. Whatever the Two of Swords is, I don't think she's quite gotten there yet. But I think it's coming very soon, and I think it will elicit an enormous change in her life. She's passionate and bold, yes, but I believe she is perhaps a little hesitant to be passionate and bold when she's not quite sure of her path forward. And isn't that all of us? Isn't that all of us? This Knight is in it. It feels to me as if she is hesitating. But I think that once she understands what this blockage is and overcomes it in her own mind, I feel that she will be able to charge forward, and this Knight of Wands will become an upright card, and she'll be able to charge forward. Yes, indeed. That was Tomoe Carmine's reading. She has a lot on her plate, but I know she can do it. She's very strong. Yes, Madam Wolfwood believes. All of these girls are very talented and strong. That's the energy I'm getting. They're very good. They are very good at what they do. They're very talented. Again, that BO person is, I can feel it. That BO person is very grateful to know these girls. Yes. That BO person feels privileged and honored to know such a wide array of multi-talented women. Yes. Goodbye, Josu. Goodbye. Thank you for stopping by. Yes, anxiety kills boldness indeed. That is what I believe those cards were saying, Lemur. Hello, simple, welcome in. Happy Saturday. Welcome to the tarot reading. My name is not Bossy, my name is Madam Wolfwood. But I am getting a lot of signals from the ether, from a BO person. Perhaps it's this Bossy you guys have been speaking of. Yes. Hello, Nick, welcome in. I wonder why this stinky person knows all of them. Stinky! Young one, I'll have you know. I bathe twice a year. And there's plenty of incense around, so don't... Why do you think I'm burning the incense? That's right, it's for you. So don't complain. Welcome in. Hello, Krasy. Welcome. How are you today? This is so fun. I'm glad you are having fun. I'm glad you are having fun just before I read your future. Just before I read your future, yes. Don't sniffer. What does sniffer mean? What does sniffer? It's like you don't know how to spell. Sniff. You don't add an A to the end of it. Alright. I'm feeling in the ether. Newcomer, I am feeling in the ether. There is someone else. There is someone else. I can feel it. There's someone else coming through. My energies are swirling. Oh, no, that's just the Cobb salad I had earlier. Alright, we'll take care of that later. The next person I am seeing in my mind's eye that I am reading for, yes, that's correct. It's Zeli Zuimu. Quite a name, if you ask me. Lots of Z's. Madam Wolfwood approves of the letter Z. Yes. I hope you at least wash your clothes more than that. Hello, Kieran. Welcome in. Yes, I wash my clothes all the time. I have my demonic servants. I mean, my magical servants. Of course, magical, not demonic. Why would I would never dabble in I have my magical servants clean my clothes for me, yes. It's a talking candlestick and a talking teapot and a talking teacup. Apparently their previous employer was a terrible beast. Alright, Zeli Zuimu. Past, present, and future for Zeli Zuimu. Gang, should I be saying Zebi and not Zeli? No, you can say whatever your heart desires, Ta. The ether is telling me that she's fine with Zeli or Zebi. This BO person calls her Zebi. I don't know why. Very strange. Friendship's a very strange thing that magic can't entirely read. But she's fine with either. Sounds like they would be the tarot card reader. Yes, the Z's are almost a mystical name, Manto. It's very interesting. Hello, Oso. Hello. Definitely no Daedric. No, definitely no Daedric servants. No, we are in Whiterun. I would never dabble in any of that. Of course not. Alright, Zeli Zuimu's past, present, and future. Zeli Zuimu's past. Oh, there's not many cards here. Zeli Zuimu's present and future. Oh, this one wants to come out more than that one. Give me a moment. Give Madam Wolfwood a moment. There we are. They have been chosen! Feel their energies, newcomer. Feel their energies. Purple is the color of majesty. Alright. Zeli Zuimu. The Vtuber Zeli Zuimu's reading begins now. Her past. The Six of Swords. The Six of Swords. Lots of swords. Again, we are seeing the swords. The Vtubers and the swords. They must be thinking too much. They must be having anxieties. I wonder about what. The Six of Swords. It says, I mean, my mystical powers tell me a passage away from difficulties. This is a chance to recover after tribulations. So the Six of Swords is a rest. It's a resting card. It is a card where in Zeli Zuimu's past she perhaps experienced something quite bad, but had a reprieve, had a moment of silence and rest afterwards to recover. Her past is probably oriented a lot around recovering and rest and staying away from busyness and from taxing things because of various reasons. The body needs rest, the mind needs rest, the soul needs rest. And I can tell that Zeli Zuimu, her past was quite peaceful. It was quite hermetic almost. Like almost I'm getting like a medical, it's almost like a mandated visit to the sea. Yes, like a visit to the sea for one's health. That's her past. It wasn't very busy. I can see that. It wasn't very busy. It was very peaceful, very tranquil, very recovery oriented. Yes. Hello, Smokey. Welcome in. Hello, Kaizen. My name is Madam Wolfwood and I'm reading for Zeli Zuimu. Yes. Yes, I can see she maybe took too many naps perhaps in her past. Too many beautiful naps. She evades taxes. No, not at all. I would never say that. Hello, Goose. Welcome in. Hello. Yes, recuperation coded. Yes, yes, indeed. That was her past. Her past was very restful. Let us see her present. Oh! The Wheel of Fortune. A face card, indeed. The Wheel of Fortune. I know this one, but let me consult the spirits to get a clear answer. The Wheel of Fortune means destiny. The weaving of life's threads coming together. Fate. Turning points. Movement and change. Patterns and cycles. An interconnected world. The knotwork in the stained glass window is a single golden thread without start or finish. I can see that Zelizuimu's present. Her fortunes are going to change. Well, quite possibly for the better. The Wheel of Fortune represents the beautiful divinity of chance. How it can completely change someone's situation in the blink of an eye. There's something coming towards her that is beautiful and grand, and it will transform her life forever, perhaps. I am hoping, at least. The Wheel of Fortune also represents how luck can strike you down in the blink of an eye. But the feeling I am getting from this Wheel of Fortune is more of a positive one. I do not see anything. Whatever it is, it's going to be a very abrupt change. The Wheel of Fortune is not a slow thing. It doesn't come slowly. I feel that in the latter half of this year, Zelizuimu is going to be experiencing a lot of sudden changes. I think mostly for the positive. It's going to be a net positive. Yes, it's sort of a let's go gambling type card, except let's not go gambling. Yes, the Wheel of Fortune means that good things are on the horizon no matter what. Yes. Fortune favors the bold. Indeed it does. Yes, let us all put our energy towards hoping that Zelizuimu has a brighter future ahead of her. Has a bright future, even brighter than it is now. All right, and now, this is a present. She's going through changes. She's going through changes big and small, hopefully most of them good. And for her future, where does this Wheel of Fortune lead? The Hanged Man! Interesting. Now, this is not as bad as it sounds. It sounds much worse than it actually is. The Hanged Man is quite a good card, especially after the Wheel of Fortune. So the Hanged Man. It's about letting go and surrendering to experience and emotional release. Accepting what is and giving up control. Suspending action. Seeing things in a new light. A change in perception of the world may be required. A subtle shift of the state of mind. Do you see how they are connected, newcomer? Yes, the Wheel of... I did not leave her hanging. The Wheel of Fortune is going to change her perspective. The Wheel of Fortune is going to change her mind. There is something here in these smaller changes that is going to give her a fresh, different perspective. The Hanged Man is not bad. What it means is it means stasis. It means staying still. It means being, again, not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes you need to rest, right? Sometimes you need to stop moving in order to recover. The Hanged Man is giving her that time. The Hanged Man is giving her, in her restful period, after this change, these changes, she is going to discover new things about herself, new things about her ways of thinking. She's going to perhaps come back and reinvent things with a fresh perspective. The Hanged Man is actually a card, a lot of people don't know this, but the Hanged Man is a card for inventors as well. It's a card for scientists who come up with very interesting ideas that no one else would think of because their perspectives are so different. Whatever this Wheel of Fortune is bringing her, it's going to change her perspective quite drastically. And she's going to have to maybe take a moment to herself to decide what to do going forward after this large change. Yes, like a hanging out card. Exactly, yes. It's not that bad. What it means is these changes that the Wheel of Fortune are going to procure are going to require her to step back, perhaps, to rest, to listen, to see things in a different light, and it's going to give her a whole new world that's going to open up in front of her. That's what I'm feeling. There's a lot of rest in these cards. The Six of Swords, the Hanged Man. I think she needs more rest in general. I get the feeling she's a very busy lady with a lot of things on her plate, and I hope that she gets the rest she needs. And I think this Wheel of Fortune is going to bring that to her. Yes! The Wheel of Fortune in the present is an incredible card, so I'm very interested to see where this goes. Yes, good luck, Zelizuimu. Keep her in your thoughts, everyone. The good energy is so appreciated. All right, that was Zelizuimu's reading. Is Ellie going to Majula to level up? Sort of, a little bit. Yes, kind of like that. It means being in the wrong position or wrong place. No, it just means you have to... It's a recontextualizing card, is what it means. And no place is really wrong as long as your perspective is correct. Yes, that is the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is obviously a hanged man, but even though he is being hanged, he is getting something beneficial from it. So it's actually quite a sleeper card. There is beneficial things there in being hanged. Who knew? Yes, very interesting. Like cutting, yes, cutting the rope perhaps, yes. Zelly's going to cook, yes. Hello, Johnny, welcome in. My name is Madam Wolfwood. Hello. How are you today? Yes. Yes. Hello, Tier, welcome in. How are you? Hanged Man is like respecking. Yes, the Hanged Man is like respecking to a new class. It's full of possibility and full of different ways of looking. So far, she's specced into a strength build, but she's going to realize that agility was her real calling all along. And she's going to do much better. Yes, you see, it's a bit of a complicated. The Hanged Man is probably one of the most complicated cards. I am getting a new instinct. It's flying in. The magic is calling to me. Yes, the next person we will be reading for, his name is Daya Fart? Fart? Why is the word fart in her name? Oh, sorry, Fortuna. The spirits showed me an A instead of an O. How silly of me. Yes. Hello, Will. Welcome in. Hello, everyone. Daiba Fartuna. No, you spelled her name wrong. Yes, literally chill. Yes. Fart is right. Is it right? Hello, Pata. Hello. Good one, Madam Wolfwood. I wasn't making a joke, Rose. No, that the spirits showed me that. If anything, the spirits are feeling humorous today. We've got Bio and Fortuna. Yes, Bio and Fortuna. I can see it in my mind's eye. Bio and Fortuna are quite good friends. Yes, yes, they are. Yes, indeed. I think they have known each other for some time now. I can feel it. All right. Let me drink my concoction, my witchy brew. Oh, it seems the carnival is stopped outside the window. That's no good. Give me a second. I closed the curtain too fast. I'm so sorry. There we go. It's back. Listen to those sultry sounds of little horns and synths. Welcome in, Dark Knight. Welcome to Madam Wolfwood's tarot tent. Hello. No, not gin. I'm drinking nettle tea, the witch's brew. Hello, Captain Scramble. Hello. Do I get visions of horses? A little bit. I hear clopping in the background. The clop of clopping something different. The teenagers at the carnival tell me clopping something different. I meant the clip-clop of hooves. Yes, I can hear the clip-clop of hooves. Yes. Horses are very popular these days. All right, let us shuffle for Fortuna. Yes. Ganba, thank you. I believe in Japan that means do your best. Yes. I occasionally have visitors from the east. Uma Musume stream. What is that? What is an Uma Musume? What is a stream? This is a tent. None of that technological BS here, please. It messes with my wavelengths. All those 5G chips in your phones messes with my magical energy. Alright, here we are. Dia Fortunas. Past. Present. Which one feels right? Which one feels right? Ah, that's what. And future. The three have been chosen. Yes. Now, is there any predictions? Any predictions? Is there any... Shall we have a little test of magical aptitude? Remember when Max, I believe, the newcomer's name was, correctly guessed that one of ours would have a Fool card? Are there any guesses? You'll have to look up all the tarot cards, but does anyone have any guesses? She might get a Knight. There are horses in the Knight cards. Yes. Goodbye, Grosvenor. Be safe. Your planet was absorbed on Mars. I'm so sorry, Yaros. Is there an Uma champion card? I wish, Dark Knight. I wish I had an Uma. I wish I had a horse tarot deck. That would be quite good. Big boob card. Alright, get out. Get out of my tent right now. Wheel would make sense. Wheel. Chariot. Ooh, chariot. Ooh, the chariot perhaps. Hello, Behaki. I'm guessing the sun. Ooh, okay. The moon. Death. Why are we guessing death? That's not nice. No, it's actually not a bad card. The Empress. Ooh, I like that. The Inverted Butcher. I don't think that's a card, bitch. I don't think that's a card. The Empress. All right, 2 guesses for Empress. The Hermit. Very well. Oh, in mandatory internet blip. Are we here? The tent's been raided. Are we here? Is everyone here? Are we here? Are we back? Sorry about that. Evil forces were conspiring to take me down. Yes, ripples in the psychic ether. Yes, the spirits interrupted for just a second. Don't worry. Sorry about that. That was my jar of ghosts in the back. I've been letting them ferment for too long and they got really antsy. Sorry. Sorry about that. I'm making a ghost liqueur and they escaped. Yes. Yes, yes. Welcome back in. Welcome back in. Hello, Nova. Hello, Scramble. It's not the devil, no. Don't worry, it's just the ghost liquor in the back. I just got here. Hello, Twilight. Welcome in. My name is Madam Wolfwood. Welcome to my tarot tent. Alright. Dia Fortuna's first card. Her past. The 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Now, Pentacles, what have we learned, newcomers? That's right, the Pentacle is an earth card. It is the card of wealth. It is the card of material things. Hold on, I'm consulting my magical energies and definitely not reading anything. I'm consulting. The Pentacles are about money, typically. Money or physical things. Spiritual poverty. So in its upright position, the 5 of tentacles... The 5, sorry, I got confused with my friend Cthulhu for a moment. I haven't visited him. He's lonely. Anyway, the 5 of Pentacles, upright, so this is reversed. In its upright form, it represents spiritual poverty, material troubles, insecurity, and hard times. There is a neglecting of the body's needs, a feeling of being ostracized and excluded, and an awareness of loss. So in this is reversed, which means that in Dia Fortuna's past, she did not have any spiritual poverty. She had no material troubles. Reverse means all of those things are inverted. She did not neglect her body's needs. She did not feel ostracized at all. In fact, she felt very welcomed. In her past, she was safe, stable. She felt safe. She had perhaps lots of money. Perhaps I'm getting a casino sound in my brain. I'm hearing the sound of slot machines. In her past, she had a place to go that gave her some stability, some form of perhaps camaraderie, some sort of stable place for her she had in her past, which gave her the ability to flourish in a very legal way. I'm seeing lots of legalities. I'm seeing lots of paperwork. I'm seeing lots of... Is that a demon I see? Oh, don't worry about that. Anyway, she felt very safe and very welcomed somewhere in her past. Yes. Reverse isekai a bit. Hello, Kitsune. Welcome in. How are you today? Sorry I said tentacles. That was a slip of the tongue. Yes, she was spiritually rich and very jacked. Stats maxed out, exactly. It's not strong against water guards. No, that's not how this works. This is not Pokemon. This is the Greek elements, you fools. Alright, let's look at Dia Fortuna's present card, shall we? Now, her present card is the Emperor in reverse. Oh my goodness, whoever said the Empress was very, very close. Oh, newcomer, you have some powers of your own, don't you? You've been hiding them from me. You've been hiding your power level. All right. The Emperor, facing up, creates order out of chaos. authority, leadership, strength, establishing law and order. The emperor is rooted in his ways and views and regimens, but confident that this is the right structure and way of things. So shall we invert that together? Shall we invert that, newcomers? It doesn't have a monocost. Shut the hell up. So the emperor is a very stubborn man. The emperor is a very stubborn card. He's building order out of chaos. I think in Dia Fortuna's present, her present has become more chaotic than her past. Her past was much more rooted in stability. Her present is now a little bit more chaotic. Yes, it's the card of girl bossing. Yes. However, the good news is she is not rooted in her ways right now. She is a bit rootless, in fact. She is not stubborn at all in the present right now. She is not sure of many things in the present, perhaps because this fell through. But she is open-minded in a way that the emperor cannot be. The emperor reverse means you're more open-minded. It means you're not as set in your ways. It means that you don't think your way is the only way to do things. Yes, she's just vibing, essentially. She is not sure she is doing the right thing right now, but she is moving regardless. Time comes for us all. Time washes us away in its rivers. No matter what, irregardless of what we think or what we feel. Hello, Pippi, welcome in. Silver Queen, what's a Silver Queen? I tapped the Emperor for 1 white mana. Hello, friend. This is not Magic the Gathering. Sorry, stop making Madame Wolfwood laugh. It's not good for the magical energies. She is not certain of her present right now. She is perhaps creating chaos out of order. Perhaps her world, this tells me here that her world, her previously solid world, has been sort of turned upside down. The cool part about, sorry, Madame Wolfwood doesn't say, the interesting part of the Emperor card reversed is that eventually this card will come upright again. Creating chaos out of order is a cyclical endeavor. You will at one point circle around back into creating order out of chaos. That is the Ouroboros nature of order and chaos. They sort of eat each other's tails, and by creating chaos out of order, you eventually circle around and you come back to order out of chaos. So she will eventually find her footing here. She is very unsure if she's doing the right thing, but none of us are ever sure in this life. Yes. All right, next, her final card, her future card. She's facing many changes. Yes. Does Ariel Septim the 7th count as an upside-down emperor? I suppose, Mr. Uncle, yes. Perhaps he does. She's not a tyrant. She's actually quite literally the opposite. If this was face up, she would be a tyrant. All right, now for her future. Oh, delightful! The Page of Cups. It's always good to see you, Page of Cups. Now, what have we learned from earlier, newcomer? That's right. The Cups is an emotional card, is an instinct card. It is based in the water element, indeed. The Page of Cups is sentimental. She is a true romantic at heart, and she listens to the still voice from deep inside that speaks with understanding and intuition. The Page of Cups is, I believe the cards are telling a story here, as with most readings. There was a stable place for Dia Fortuna. She has lost that. Now her order has become chaos. But if she seeks herself within, if she listens to the voice within, if she follows her own heart, her own intuitions, her own feelings, she will eventually break the surface of the water and come into her own. The Page of Cups is full of emotions, full of love, full of the ability to give generously to others. This is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups gives of themselves very frequently. This card here tells me, I just spit, sorry, Madame Wolfwood gets really excited sometimes, and the dentures start coming out, but don't worry about that. The Page of Cups represents that she is full of emotions and emotional support, and she loves to give it to other people. I am only hoping that she gives as much emotional support to herself as she gives to other people. The Page of Cups tends to sort of give blithely. As long as she listens to her heart, there is nothing that she cannot do in these cards. Very interesting journey, very interesting journey. She should not think logically. These cards are telling Dia Fortuna not to think logically. There is no sword here, right? There is no pentacles. They are telling her to think with her heart and her emotions. No logics. Interesting, interesting. Madam Wolfwood is starting to see a pattern in these Vtuber cards. Yes. Seems as if most of them have faced some sort of uncertainty in the past year or two. Very interesting. Her class spec is the Page of Cups. How dare you bring up Homestuck? How dare you bring up Homestuck? The demon Andrew Hussey invented that. Never speak his name again. Don't bring that energy into my tent. Fortuna had good fortune. Yes, indeed. She had good fortune. She lost it, and I am certain she is on the way to recovering it. Tony, thank you so much for the super. Daya, Her Majesty shall be pleased to hear from you. Yes, she will. She is currently, I believe she's on vacation. The spirits are telling me she is having fun and playing, whatever that means. But she will be back soon. Do not fret. The wiggly hands make this more magical. Yes, they do, friend. Yes, it's part of the... Have you ever seen a snake sort of flare its hood before it strikes? It's kind of the distract... Anyway, don't worry about that. She's going to summon... No one's summoning a demon. No one's summoning a demon. Hello, Merlin. Welcome in. Yes, tarot is very interesting, isn't it? How are you? Can I find fortunes in the lost and found? I wish. Maybe if you go to like a fortune cookie factory and they've got a pile of fortunes just not quite put in the cookie yet. Perhaps. Hello, Kirtap. Welcome in. Only vibes. Yes, vibes only. All right. The spirits are speaking through me. It seems that they wish to read the fortunes of Tomoe Toraya. What a fierce name indeed. I believe Tora means tiger. Rawr! Oops, Madam Wolfwood has slippery fingers. It's all the funeral cakes. There we are. Has anyone tried the fried butter yet? Is it exquisite as they say? Madam Wolfwood is scared to try anything that's over 90% oil. She only has one... She only has one toilet. There's only one porta potty for the staff here. Anyway. Tomoe Toraya. The past, present, and future of Tomoe Toraya. This card is very antsy, so I'm going to put that in the past. This one is the present. What do we have? Ah, the future. There we are. The three have been chosen. Never had good lad. What's a good lad, Firehil? What does that mean? Alright, any predictions? Any predictions, newcomers? Can you tell me the lottery numbers? No. Shall not be mentioned in your tent. Yes! Do not mention the name of Homestuck. Got a chariot build. Oh, a chariot. Oh, are we doing chariots? Are we predicting chariots again? The Fool? Alright, very well, Soul Striker. Yes, this is a beautiful deck. This is the Shadowscaper Tarot by Stephanie Puimunlaw. It's the only one I have, but I love it very much. Hi, Bahaki. I'm feeling the Justice card. The Justice card. Interesting. Strength of Magician. Alright. A fried Mars bar. Oh, that sounds delightful. The Son of Swords. There's no sun, Hito. What do you mean, sun? Son of Swords? The Upright Dwarf. What does that mean? A small little guy. Oh, very well. That's a fair enough prediction. Hello, Creamy. Welcome in. My name is Madam Wolfwood. Welcome to Madam Wolfwood's Tarot Tent. We are reading Tomoe Toraya's Tarot in a moment. Hello. An ace. Very well. Came back from dinner. That sounds fantastic, Creamy. I hope it was lovely. A cat card. Ace of Coins. Ace of Coins, Phidias. Very well. The Sun. Very well. All right. Here we are. Tomoe Toraya's past. The Nine of Wands in reverse. Very interesting. Allow me to consult the spirits. The Nine of Wands in its upright position represents the following. This is reversed, by the way. Vigilance. Keeping strength and reserve and always be prepared for any eventuality. Retain a core of power and even more importantly, know what inner strength is. Yes, I believe in reverse the Nine of Wands here indicates that perhaps in Tomoe Toraya's past, she did not perhaps keep keep vigilance over her own. Keep strength in reserve. Perhaps she spent all of her strength reserves. Perhaps she is the sort of person, I'm getting the feeling, she is the sort of person that sort of blows it all and does not consider saving things for later. Perhaps she is the sort of person who goes in whole hog without thinking twice about these sorts of things. Yes. Inner strength, the question of inner strength, she has perhaps been questioning what inner strength is her entire life. She gives freely. The Knight of Wands. The Wands is a fire card. It gives freely of its time and energy. It burns without thought. She perhaps gives her time and energy to others willy-nilly without thinking of the consequences for her own self. Yes, I think she is perhaps, the passion in her overflows to the point where she does not perhaps leave any passion for the day-to-day affairs. It is all blown at once, and then it's sort of like a cycle up and down. You blow it all and then you have to rest, and then you blow it all and you have to rest. This is what I'm feeling from the Knight of Wands. I'm feeling a lot of go and then stop and then go and there's nothing left. The YOLO card, yes, in a manner of speaking, yes. Yes, the YOLO card. Hello, Preston. Hello, welcome in. My name's Madam Wolfwood. I can't always watch you, but every time I do, you make it a fun time. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I will be sure to tell the BO person. I'm Madam Wolfwood, but I'm getting signals from this BO person. Magical signals in my head. I will be sure to tell this stinky BO person what you said. That's very kind of you. Yes. Sounds accurate. Yes, I believe that she's just so passionate that her passion overwhelms everything else sometimes. And she perhaps does not save any for the day-to-day bits. The energy, perhaps. Her energy also probably gets blown on one thing at a time. All right. Tomoe Torai is present. The 8 of Cups in reverse. Allow me to consult the spirits once more. The 8 of Cups. This is an emotional card. Newcomer. This is a water card. This stands for emotions and instincts. Ah! Sorry, Madam Wolfwood. Madam Wolfwood's getting frustrated. Madam Wolfwood's spirits aren't allowing me to turn the page. Ah. Madam Wolfwood's grimoire is acting up. There we are. Alright, the 8 of Cups, upright. It represents delve within for personal discovery and answers. Turn away and disengage from the material world and instead seek spiritual wonders. So this is in reverse, so that means we can inverse everything we just read, which means rather than turning within to look for discovery and answers, you have to turn without, like a sea cucumber that spits up its own organs in order to defend itself. You have to look without. You have to reach out to other people. You have to be honest with your feelings and your emotions, even if they make you seem weak, even if they make you seem like you need help. It is so hard to ask for help for a lot of people. It is so hard to be honest for a lot of people. And this card to me is saying that Tomoe Torai perhaps should be sure to enunciate her emotions to those she cares for and to reach out when she is feeling perhaps sad or dejected, rather than turning it inward on herself. Perhaps sharing the emotions with others would lessen their burden. Yes. Tomoe has to attack. Yes, she also has to attack people with her intestines. Yes. Hello, William. Yes, touch grass. This card, the reverse. The upright says you should look within, you should contemplate within, but the reverse says you need to go outside and talk to people. The reverse says perhaps the perspective you are looking for is in the outside world rather than the inner world of your own mind and your own emotions. Perhaps speaking to others about emotions will help you better map and perform cartography on your own emotions. Perhaps juxtaposing other people's emotions next to yours will show you a clearer vision of what you're feeling and what you're thinking. Yes, it is the socializing card. Yes, it is the touch grass card. Yes. Which card is this? This is the 8 of Cups in reverse, Meteor. Yes, getting out of comfort zones. Yes. Oh, your tarot deck uses sun. I see. Very interesting, Hito. You're building a tarot deck for comp. Interesting, Dark Knight. Competitions? The BO person, yes. The outside world is scary. Very true, Terillian. But this card says it doesn't necessarily mean go out in public. It means perhaps talk to a family member, perhaps talk to a friend, perhaps talk to someone that isn't yourself, in order to better understand yourself, which is very interesting. It's a very deep emotion. There's a lot of emotions swirling around here. A lot of emotions, a lot of very fiery emotions. And so I am hoping that she perhaps those around her will help her. Yes, those around her will give her a place to let off steam and to be herself. Yes, indeed. I think being herself is a bit of a challenge. I can see it in these cards. Being her true self is a bit of a challenge with others, but she can overcome it. Let us see her future. The Knight of Cups in reverse again. The Knight of Cups in reverse again. This was upright the last time, but now it's reversed. He follows his dreams. He lets his intuition guide him. If he remains honest and faithful, he can one day taste from that cup. The Knight of Cups, I think here, what the Knight of Cups is saying is to avoid lip service. You don't want to avoid, again, the Knight is a very masculine energy. You don't want to, I think here in Tomoe Toraya's future, you want to be careful of people that give you lip service, who just talk a big game and don't really do anything. This is sort of it's giving an emotional manipulator vibe a little bit. She has to be very careful that people will not take her complex emotions and manipulate them for her own benefit. I think she needs to, her good friends around her will help combat this sort of energy here. This energy of people that just talk but don't really do anything physical or do anything concrete. People who just say a lot of pretty words but don't actually do anything, is the energy I'm sort of getting from this. So she must be wary of those types of people. You must always pay attention to what people do, not what they necessarily say, because people can lie about all sorts of things, but they can't lie about their actions. So it is very yes, the deep emotions here, the deep swirling emotions. I think good friends, these cards are telling me that good friends will help her through. Reaching out to people and good friends, yes. She has so much to offer, so many rich gifts, and she is very kind deep down. The Eight of Cups and the Knight of Cups, she's a very emotional person, very kind, very sensitive. She just has difficulties expressing that sometimes, perhaps. And that is Tomoe Toraya's reading. Yes, all upside down, very interesting. Very interesting. Yes. Going through a bit of a tough time, are we? A lot of these VTubers of yours are going through a tough time. I've been told that they're like internet wise. They're very wise, aren't they? They're like internet wisdom, full of internet wisdom, these VTubers. They're like, how do you say, idols, perhaps. Like idols or, like the golden ones that we have back home that we sort of sacrifice various, anyway. All right, who is next? I'm feeling something in the ether. I'm feeling something change in the ether. Yes, who is that? Oh, these spirits are telling me VTuber Shurahiwa. The fortunes of Shurahiwa shall be read here now. Shurahiwa, the biker panther. The Spanish biker panther. Does the Eight of Cups and the Knight of Cups beat a Seven of Swords? That's not how it works, friend. That's not how it works. It is good, yes. Reversed cards are typically quite good because it means at the very least things are changing. It's better than being stuck. It's better than being just one thing. It's better than being just concrete. At the very least, things are changing, which is good. It's better than an upright negative card. To be honest, I would much rather prefer a reversed positive card than an upright negative card. Because at the very least, there's a flip side to it, you know? The shadow side to it is that there are positives. Hello, Spider-Man. Welcome in. Were these VTubers chosen before stream? These are the VTubers that I have chose. But I will be taking audience requests shortly. Yes. Yes. Internet wives. Internet wives? Who has internet wives? Oh, that's what VTubers are. Tomoe Toraya has internet wives? I'm confused. All right, it's time to shuffle for Shurahiwa, the biker panther. A very kind woman, a very kind. I'm getting... The BO person in my head is telling me this one is very kind, very loving, very talented. Don't ignore the way Madame Wolfwood shuffles her cards. She learned it from an expert. You wouldn't understand. This is statistically the best way to shuffle cards. Alright, here we go. Cut it one last time. Shura Hiwa, the biker panther. Yes, they've chosen through my clairvoyance, of course. Yes. Alright, this is her past. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. The cards are being... Oh, the cards stopped right there. Her present. Where is her future? Where is her future, newcomer? Oh, is it in the last? Oh, there it is. That card's stuck. The 3 have been chosen. Madame Wolfwood is pleased by how quickly they came out. Lovers or Hierophant? Alright, any predictions? Any predictions for what cards will be in this spread, newcomer? Show off your skills again. Hello, Atonement. You normally have paws, that is true, yes. Hands are a new thing, yes. I'm still a bit clumsy, you'll have to forgive Madame Wolfwood. You get a spicy feeling when you know it's the right cards. Well, for me, the cards just sort of stick. 4 of Swords, Hangman, and Sun. Interesting. I predict a tarot card, much more likely than a Pokemon card. You perhaps might be right. You might be right. Ah, yes. Allow me to sip my brew. Alright. Shura Hiwa's past card. Oh! The King of Wands! The King of Wands! What an interesting card. Now again, the Wands is the fire. It's the card of fire. Excuse me, Madame Wolfwood's voice is not... It wasn't what it used to be 2,000 years ago. The King of Wands here is a charismatic man. The force of his charm is irresistible. He is a source of inspiration and bears his mantle of authority with ease as if he were born to it. This is a very natural card. This is a very natural card. I can tell that in Shura Hiwa's past, very power, not necessarily power, but a quiet confidence comes very easily to Shura Hiwa. In her past, she was very quietly confident. Well, it's the King of Wands, so perhaps a bit over the top. But confidence, she was not lacking in confidence in her past whatsoever. She was clear-minded about her goals, clear-minded about what she wanted, and she would go after them with passion and verve, and nothing could stand in her way. A very interesting card, very good card, very positive card. I'm interested to see. I feel like this card is going to drastically change depending, the meaning of it is going to drastically change depending on these other two. But as far as I can see, yes, the Chad card, a bit, yes. The teenagers in the carnival told me about the word Chad. It's either the 2 or 3 of Pentacles. You think so, Ferentis? The King of Cups. You were close, Ito. It was the King of Wands. It was the King of Wands. Yes. Zawarudo. Ooh, it's a Zawarudo card. All right. There's nothing more to say about the King of Wands. He's very straightforward. He's a very confident, full of confidence and go-getter vibes. Very girl boss. Well, man boss, but girl boss. All right. Shura Hiwa's present card. The Chariot! Goodness me! What an interesting spread. The Chariot. We finally found it. Our horse card. Yippee! Madame Wolfwood loves saying yippee. It's her thing. Hold on. I'm consulting the spirits again. Where's the Chariot? What the funk? Sorry, Madame Wolfwood doesn't swear. Chariot. Chariot, show me the Chariot. Ah, there we go. Sorry about that, my grimoire wasn't cooperating. The Chariot represents triumph over obstacles. Achieving victory, focus, intent, and will, establishing an identity, self-confidence, maintaining discipline, assuming the reins of power and authority, and driving with the unwavering uncertainty in a cause. This is a very good card. So in Shura Hiwa's present, she is triumphing over obstacles, she is achieving her victories, and she is focusing her intent. This is a very powerful duo. Yes, essentially 100s across the board here. Very good. She's maintaining this confidence from her past and bringing it forward into the future and the present. Now, I can see in her cards a bit of a rough patch between these two. These are not seamless energies, obviously. This is fire and this is a cardinal. This is one of the 21s. So there's a bit of a stumble, but not one that ever kept her down. She's never looked back. I think this card is also telling me that Shurahiwa very seldom looks back on her past and is perhaps more focused on the future than ever, if not now. It's very good. These are very good cards. All right, now what does the future hold? Shall we see together? Shurahiwa's future. The Two of Pentacles in reverse? No. No. Again? Impossible. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Yes, let me refresh my memory. There are so many cards. How do we draw it once more? And it's in reverse. It's in reverse this time too. A balancing act, juggling and keeping everything in motion, being flexible and adaptable and changing directions easily. Ah, I see. Shurahiwa's future. She's so powerful here in these two cards. But here in the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles represents a balancing act between material goods and between your health. It's between any two things, right? Your health, your work, material wealth, spiritual wealth. It's a balancing act of two. There is something in Shurahiwa's future that's going to put this balance at a precarious point. A balancing act, obviously she's a VTuber. She probably has other things going on at the same time. I feel as if there's going to be in the future some sort of, almost a bit of a kerfluffle, shall we say, about how to balance these two things in her life moving forward. It's very interesting. This also represents, if it's upright, it represents being flexible, but here it's reversed, which means she's being very stubborn. I think that this balancing act in her future is going to be very difficult because she's going to be very stubborn about not wanting to give one or the other anymore. She's going to want to balance them perfectly, but from this spread, I don't think that's possible. I think she's giving it her all, her 100%. And so when she's asked to compromise here, I think that she's going to be like, but I'm giving it all of my energy. Why should I be asked to compromise? Can I not perfectly balance things all the time with my sheer force of will? And honestly, no one can perfectly balance everything through their sheer force of will. So I think that she's being torn in two directions right now. There is perhaps something that's taking up a lot of energy that is taking away energy from something else in her life. And she wants to overcome it using her willpower, but perhaps, as we all know, life is not so easily conquered. Yes, she's very stacked, but there is something in her future that's going to cause her to have to balance things, and I think she's going to approach it from a very willpower-oriented aspect, a very angle of I can do anything if I set my mind to it. But perhaps life has other ideas. Perhaps life wants her to balance things more fairly, more justly. Hello, Nell. Thank you so much. Madam Wolfwood appreciates your membership. Welcome in. Welcome to Madam Wolfwood's Tarot Tent. How are you? Boss, who is Boss? I am getting signals from someone in my head named B.O. Is that perhaps who you're thinking of? Welcome to the carnival. Yes, life doesn't play that fairly indeed. Overworking, perhaps, Patchy? Yes, a lot on her plate. Yes. Overworking, this is definitely the card. I mean, this is a girl boss, and then this is the consequences of overworking. So I hope that whatever is in her future, she manages to balance it. Perhaps even rest and work. This is something that she needs to balance as well. So I'm hoping she has a vacation in the future coming up. And that was the reading for Shurahiwa. Allow me to put the cards back in the deck where they belong. There we are. I'm putting them randomly, so the fact that we got a Two of Pentacles upside down again is kind of insane. There we go. Alrighty. Now, Hotties. Now, newcomers. Why did Hotties pop into my head? So strange. Hotties indeed. Now, I will be taking your requests. Are there any requests to read a VTubers? Any VTubers you would like their fortunes to be read? Any VTubers you are a fan of? Any VTubers? Any at all? Do you know any of them? Do you know who they are? I know no VTubers. Rin Penrose. Gigi. Rin Penrose. Okay, we shall do Let us do Rin Penrose. I shall write down these 3. Hold on, I need my tome. Allow me to have my tome. Alright. Rin Penrose. GG Murin. How do I spell that? Murin. I also saw Kana Yanagi. Yes, of course. Kana Yanagi. Lazuli. Vtuber. Lazuli. I also saw a Vtuber named Bossymoon. We will save that for last, perhaps. Very well. They have been chosen. They have been chosen. This music always gets me. Wait, you can't see anything at all. Why can't you see anything? What's all this about? Why can't you see anything? Hold on. Madame Wolfwood's grimoire is acting up. Give me a moment. Give me but a moment. There we are. Sorry about all those words. The magical words floating. Oh. Alright. First up, we have the Vtuber. I don't know this person at all. Rin Penrose. I'm getting a feeling. There's a lot of purple. There's purple in. Lots of black and white and purple colors. And I'm seeing the word in my mind, pick man? Who is picking a man? I don't know what it is, but the spirits are telling me pick man. Alright. Rin Penrose is past. This present wants to come out quite badly, so we'll put that right there. Oh, and there's the future. There we are. The 3 have been chosen. Have you tried turning the grimoire off and on again? I have not, Bitter. No. The last guy that suggested that to me, I turned his bones into a love potion. Mayhap the newly debuted Saba. Saba? Alright. For now, we will focus on Rin Penrose. Tony, thank you so much for becoming a moon puncher, whatever that means. I'm going to predict that BO is cute patootin moon Madam Morning Wolfwood. What does that mean? Thank you so much for the support. I very much appreciate it. Yes, I'm very pleased with that support. Thank you. Alright. Rin Penrose is past. The 3 of Cups in reverse. Interesting. The 3 of Cups, when it's not reversed, is the perfect relationship card. It's the perfect romantic relationship card. It represents perfect balance. Upright, the 3 of Cups represents a call to celebration, dancing, and singing. Friendship is its key component, and companionship, relying on others, and developing community and team spirit. It seems that in her past, Rin Penrose perhaps relied more on herself than others. Yes, I can see that now. She relied more on herself than others. Was perhaps not used to companionship, I would say. This is a reverse. The 3 of Cups is a very lonely card. It's a card that feels a little bit isolated. It's a card that feels a little bit stuck in its own emotions. So relying on oneself was probably what Rin was going through in her past, rather than relying on others, which is a very difficult thing to do. Yes, a bone potion. Yes. Too bad she's not here to deny it. What do you mean? I don't know what you're saying. Who are you talking about? Anyway, yes, so perhaps relying on herself more than anybody else. It's very tough. What about Rin Penrose's present? Oh, the Hierophant. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. The Hierophant in reverse. That's not necessarily bad, I think. Let me check. The Hierophant is a mage. It's also called the Mage. The Hierophant is the... he is the magician. He makes things happen. He is a scholar. He knows many things. The Hierophant's roots reach deep, entwined around secrets and traditions and the ages. He believes in ritual and ceremony and pursuing knowledge and a deeper meaning, and in the rigidity of a belief system. He is a teacher who can help unravel mysteries. Here in the reverse, we have it in the reverse setting, which means perhaps that rather than believing in a belief system or believing in a previously established rule set or an ecosystem, shall we say. Rin Penrose has perhaps shunned that sort of thinking. Rather than believing any preconceived notion, she chooses instead to believe in what is not yet conceived, which is a very interesting thing. It's a very interesting way of looking at things, and it's ripe for opportunity. Rather than sticking to traditions, rather than sticking to things that have already been done, she is perhaps forging a path ahead using non-traditional methods, so to speak. Iconoclast, a bit, yes. I thought we were doing tarots for chat. No, we are not doing tarots for chat, Dark Knight. No. I do not do that I do that for members, actually. We're having a member stream next week. I forgot to tell you, members. Sorry about that. We're having a tarot stream next week. Don't worry, guys. Or is it the week after? I forget. Anyway, it's for members only. Tarot readings are for members only. We're doing these for VTubers publicly. Very well. And then help Rin Penrose's future card. The Page of Cups again! I'm astounded. I'm astounded that we keep getting this. This is impossible. There's so many cards and we keep getting this one. Page of Cups. Again, the Page of Cups is very sentimental. She's romantic at heart and listens to the still voice from deep inside. I believe that this path that's eschewing all the rules and conventions, this path that Rin is on, perhaps can be led by her own heart and her own guidance. This card here is telling her that as long as in her future she follows her heart completely, no one else's heart, not anybody else's heart, not anybody else's thoughts or opinions or logics or plans or anything like that, but her own heart, her own thoughts, her own wisdom, everything will be fine. Everything will turn out fine. This path that she's treading that's untrodden will be discovered using her own intuition and her own emotions. Yes, a lot of interest in cups, yes. Yes, the member stream. I am excited for the member stream, Tarot. It's going to be a very good time. I mean, what? I don't know what a member stream is. Madam Wolfwood will make an appearance, perhaps. I've been hired by this BO person to do a member stream, whatever that is, at another time. So I'm very interested. We'll see how it goes. I like how Madam Wolfwood sometimes has a Boston accent. I spent 3 years there. In jail. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with Madam Wolfwood. She knows secrets. She knows all the rum tunnels beneath Boston. Don't get fresh with her. All right. That was Rin Penrose's fortune. Let us read the next. VTuber's fortune, Gigi Murin. Gigi Murin, what a last name, Murin. Now, forgive Madam Wolfwood for saying this, but it does sound a bit like urine. As in pee. It also reminds Madam Wolfwood of Mucinex, which is a, if you don't know, I go back to the motel after all the carnival's over. I go back to the motel. I watch my little TV. I watch the Food Network. Sometimes they've got Mucinex commercials. All right. Suda fed is better. Who fed Suda? Suda 51. That's a game developer man, I think. I met him once in a bar in Tokyo. All right. Past, present, and future for Gigi Murin. Perhaps I'm saying it wrong. Is it Murin? Is it Japanese? Am I saying it Murin because I'm American? I mean, Bostonian. Perhaps it's Murin, not Murin. All right, here we are. Gigi Murin's past, present. Oh, this one came out right away. Past. Present? No, I don't think this is the one. Come on, present. Where are you? Gigi Murin's present. Ah, there we go. Present. And future. Future. Oh, there it is. The cards have spoken. The cards have chosen themselves. He makes weird games, does he? Good one, Madam Wolfwood. What are you talking about, Lamora? Madam Wolfwood never jokes. What do you mean, good one? Boston is the nexus of many magical energies. True. Have you ever seen Charmed? Oh, that's in San Francisco. Never mind. Metamurin. M-Murin. M-Murin? Did I say it right, Faye? I expect craziness. Yes, I do too, Kieran. All right. Let us read it. I'm getting a crazy vibe. I'm getting a yellow, orange, brown vibe. I'm getting a bright green vibe. I'm also seeing, for some reason, the Duolingo owl. For some reason, I'm seeing something that resembles the Duolingo owl. Welcome back, Duolingo owl. Died 2022, came back 2025. Welcome back. All right. Gigi Murin's past. The King of Cups in reverse. Ooh, this is a doozy. Give me a moment to consult the grimoire. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Give me but a moment. Yes, the King of Cups. So, upright. This is a reverse card. Upright, the King of Cups is wise and understanding. He knows the meaning of patience. He cares for, protects, and watches over all of those who are near him. So I can see here in Gigi Murin's past, perhaps impatience was a bit of a roadblock in her past. Being impatient and perhaps not understanding things fully. Perhaps starting things without understanding them fully was in her past. Perhaps not so much. It's not that she perhaps did not care for others. It's more that she was focused on caring for herself rather than... The King of Cups is very magnanimous with his emotions. It is perhaps more plausible that in Gigi Murin's past, she kept her emotions very close to her chest. The King of Cups would share his emotions readily, but in the reverse stance, we can see here that the King of Cups perhaps closes in on himself. He's not as open and he's not as forward with his emotions as he would typically be. Also, emotional impatience is perhaps something that plagued her in her past as well. And I can relate. The youngest Madame Wolfwood, a younger Madame Wolfwood used to, shall we say, flirt with danger quite often without really thinking about it. Who is that? Alex, thank you for the 5. The King of Cups is just League of Legends. Oh, is it League of Legends? Does this represent League of Legends? I see. Bad emotional decisions. Ah, yes, the League of Legends card. I see now. She played a lot of League of Legends in her past. Very well. All right, now for her present. Oh, the moon! That's lovely. All right, the moon is really interesting, actually. Let's get in the moon together. The moon is one of my favorite cards for some reason. Yes. Okay, so upright. The moon represents fears, anxieties, believing illusions, experiencing distortion, chasing after fantasy, dreams, and visions, disorientation. The moon is the realm beyond the known and comfortable and predictable. Here in Gigi Murin's present, clearly she has achieved a sort of fantasy. She is living a sort of fantasy in her present that she is not accustomed to. There is perhaps some illusion that comes with this fantasy. There is even perhaps some distortion of reality or facts with this illusion, which is very interesting. The moon is a dream in and of itself. It is a dream that is very rarely attained. It is a dream that cannot be held by a hand. In her present, she is perhaps experiencing a sort of larger than life image of her own self, and is therefore distorted by it, right? The moon asks us to look through the illusion. The moon in reverse represents seeing through illusions and seeing through falsities. So the moon is sort of weaving this grandiose fantasy around her presence, which is very interesting. It's almost like if this card represents League of Legends and very ill-advised League of Legends in her past, this is realizing that you're going to lose 90% of the time in League of Legends. This is like a lol.gg web page of your username that just is all red. It says loss, essentially. But she still tries to be the ADC anyway. That's sort of the vibe with the moon card. The moon is a beautiful fantasy that is lying to you. And so the moon, in my best gamer terminology, it's as if you played League of Legends once to get like 3 chests, and you dream of getting a skin from that chest, but instead you get like a fragment of like a ward. That's the illusion card. Yes, League of Losses, exactly. I may think she's playing far too much League of Legends, actually. This is probably what this is. All right, and now for Gigi Murin's future. The Fool in reverse. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my, Madame Wolfwood is simply fascinated. What is the... We have the Fool upright for Vtuber Mochi. Now we have the Fool in reverse for Gigi Murin. So the Fool represents new beginnings and adventures, pleasure and passion. She rushes ahead, thoughtless and rash, doing before thinking, obeying instincts. Ah! It's almost an exact inversion. Look! So the Knight of Cups, remember we talked about the Knight of Cups, emotional impatience in her past. But now in her future, the impatience, the hastiness, the how do you say, the jumping ahead before thinking is now reversed. So now she does much more thinking when she jumps ahead. She is now constantly thinking, perhaps, about every step forward rather than just blindly throwing herself into League of Legends. Before she presses the play button on the League of Legends launcher, she perhaps pauses for a moment and thinks to herself, what if I didn't? What if I just didn't? Yes, this is growth. Look at this growth. Look at this. She has been through many illusions. You can see here, emotional impatience, gone through many different illusions, many different distortions of reality, and has come out the other side to realize that she does not need to press the play button on the League of Legends launcher. She has the power to say no. Fascinating, fascinating. Interesting, very interesting spread on that one. That was Gigi Murin's League of Legends Tarot. Indeed. Character development. Yes, indeed. Yes, the Fool could also be the journey is finished. Indeed. The Fool reverse could be that there is no journey to go on anymore. The journey's over. That's very possible. I didn't consider that, friend. Yes. I tried tarot and the cards were all blank. They were blank, Basement. How is that possible? Did you get a wrong deck? Hi, Isaac. Welcome back in. Hello. Hello, Ryumon. Welcome in. Hello. My name is Madam Wolfwood. Yes, we are doing tarot today. Welcome. Hello, Boop. Why is this so accurate? I'm telling you, Madam Wolfwood's never wrong. All right. Our next VTuber friend that we are reading for is Kada Yanagi, the duck VTuber. We will do a past, a present, and a future reading. Yes. Very exciting stuff. How have you guys been liking it so far? Do you see where Madam Wolfwood excels? Do you see how good Madam Wolfwood is at this? Yes. She's a veritable legend. In the carnival circuit, she's basically Michael Jordan. She's the Madam Wolfwood is the Michael Jordan of cardboard. Of future-telling cardboard. You heard it here first. I don't know why they don't pay me more. Probably because they don't want me to retire. I've been doing this for 3,000 years. You wouldn't ask Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan could live for 3,000 years. You wouldn't ask him to retire, would you? Hello, Leia. Welcome in. It's been a lot of fun and awesome. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you guys are having fun. Jordan could probably shuffle better. All right, the door's over there. Isaac, you just got here, but you can leave again. I am slam dunking these cards. Yes. Oops. I just got these human hands today. Give me a break. I'm glad you're finding it fun. I'm so glad. It's lovely to be able to read for you here today. I hope you're enjoying the carnival. I hope you're staying hydrated. I've heard that hydration is very important for you humans. All right. Kana Yanagi's past, present, and future. Shall we? Past. Kana Yanagi's past. Oh. Kana Yanagi's past. Past. No, that's... Sorry. Madam Wolfwood, sorry. This is her past. Kana Yanagi's present. Present, not the Christmas present. Ooh, there's one. Kana Yanagi's future. Oh, there it is. The 3 cards have been chosen. I'm hearing the word quack over and over. Yes. The haunted house had a scary wolf. Oh no. It's cool to learn about it. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Yes, learning is always fun. Especially when you crack open a cursed book for the first time and you see all the possibilities. Yes. That's very fun, isn't it? You see like 5 to 10 pages of wart spells and you start getting excited. Me too, newcomer. All right, Kana Yanagi's past. Let us see it. The 5 of Swords. Ooh, the 5 of Swords. That is quite dastardly. 5 of Swords. Okay. Kana Yanagi's past. The 5 of Swords is a sign of discord and conflict of interest. The choices make it easy to profit and look to one's own concerns, for it feels the world is allied against you. So since this is reversed, we can say that perhaps in Kana Yanagi's past, she was feeling very peaceful. There was not a lot of conflict of interest. The choices that she made were for the greater good, perhaps, rather than her own good in her past. And it felt as though the world was helping her the entire time. So she felt that perhaps in her past that there was cooperation. It was actually quite a peaceful. This card in reverse is quite good. A very peaceful past. Yes, very peaceful. No real conflict of interest. The choices there were choices that were very easy to make that she made to help others. And everything was sort of working out for her in her past, which is really interesting. Yes, this is a very nice card. In reverse, this is a very nice card. It indicates that her past was conflict-free, essentially. Yes. Yes, not a lot of fighting. Hello, Ramses. Welcome in. Welcome to Madame Wolfwood's tarot tent. Hello. All right, Kana Yanagi's present. Death. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, my. Death in reverse. It's got a bird on it. Quite like a duck, actually. This is our first death card. The card, actually, itself is quite beautiful. This is a phoenix. You can see it. We got death in reverse. Oh, goodness. It's not as bad as you think it is. It's not as bad as you think it is. It's not as bad. Death is not that bad. All right, death is the 13th card. So, upright. This card, this is reversed. Upright, this card represents closing the door to the past and opening a new one. Going through transitions, changing status, shedding the old and excess, bowing to inexorable forces, and sweeping changes. The old must be set aside and burned away to make way for the new. That is it upright. So we're going to invert that and read the inversion of that. Perhaps Kana's present. She is not perhaps letting go of the past. This death in reverse represents not letting go. Upright, death is quite a good card, actually. Death represents the fact it's the fire that sweeps through in order to fertilize the field for future crops. That is what death represents. Death represents excising the tumor in order to heal. Death upright is about letting go in order to rebirth and be reborn. But here we have it reversed. So perhaps there is a bit of trouble letting go of their past. Perhaps Kana thinks she could have done more in her past. That is something that oftentimes I see with reverse death cards, is people that feel a lot of guilt perhaps for what happened in the past or not doing enough, something like that. Transition, this in reverse means that there's not a lot of transitions going on here. She is perhaps feeling a bit stuck in a rut. I'm seeing that, as all ducks are, right? Ducks tend to paddle in the same ponds. She is perhaps stuck in a rut and has maybe forgotten how to spread her wings, if that means anything. Yes, the reverse meaning is quite interesting. You can Google it yourself. Yes, stagnation. It means staying in one place, which is fascinating. So upright, it means transforming and dying to be reborn. But in verse, perhaps she is feeling a bit stuck in the mud, as ducks often get stuck in the mud. All right, now for her future. Let us see what the future holds. The Knight of Cups! Madame Wolfwood is not scamming you. This is the Knight of Cups upright. Again! What is going on here? All right, so the Knight of Cups. I swear to you, I'm not choosing these. I swear. Hello, Dash. Welcome in. I'm Madame Wolfwood. Welcome to my tarot tent. How are you? This is fascinating. This is so fascinating. So the Knight of Cups upright, again, represents she follows her dreams. She lets her intuition guide her on this journey. If she remains honest and faithful, following her heart, she can one day taste from that cup. I did not make a cup deck. I swear, Madame Wolfwood. This is the spirits. This is not me. This is the spirits. The Knight of Cups essentially is a very masculine card. Again, the Knights are very masculine cards. And masculine does not necessarily mean men. What it means is sort of the yin and yang idea, where the yang is the one that is the outward expression of force and the yin is the inward. So the yang here is the masculine we're talking about. And the Knight of Cups represents love. It represents emotion. It represents feeling. It represents making friends. Here it says that if you are feeling stagnant, perhaps Kana is feeling stagnant, perhaps I can even see, I'm getting a little bit of a hint here, that her past was perhaps peaceful. And perhaps that peace is bleeding over into her present. Usually, right, we think of adversity as something bad. But I think here that this peaceful past, a little bit of adversity oftentimes makes us stronger. It makes us faster. It makes us... It's not all bad, shall I say. So this peace here perhaps is leading to this feeling of stagnation, this feeling of where do I go next, this feeling of, if that makes any sense. And so the Knight of Cups here says that as long as you be proactive with your feelings, be honest with people, be emotionally open with people, especially those close to you, things will tend to work out, and you will this water from the cup will wash away the stagnation of death here. Yes, in reverse. Yes. Being more open. These cards basically says you need to be more emotionally honest, more vulnerable, more open with people, especially the people you care for. Yes. Yes. No, Madam's not bad at shuffling cards. Listen, this is how I put the cards back. Look, this is how I put the cards back. I take the deck, I open it, I put it in. I take the deck, I open it a different place, I put it in. See? This is all randomized. I don't know where this is going. It just goes in and then I shuffle it. You doubters, you doubters. Hello, Coffee, welcome in. Hello. All right, that was our Duck-tective Kana Yanagi's reading. Let's go to the next one. Ooh, Lazuli. Lazuli, friend of the channel, Lazuli. All right. I'm getting a feeling that Lazuli is known better by this BO person, a little bit better. She has collabed with her on occasion, whatever that means. Madam Wolfwood has no idea what that means. Collab? What is that? Tarot readers don't have collabs. All right. How do you submit a VTuber? You just say it in chat, and I may or may not pick it, Ramses. It is up to Madam Wolfwood's fickle nature. Yes, a blue. Is she blue? I am getting a feeling of blue. I'm also getting the sense of coconuts. Something about 8 coconuts. I'm seeing 8 coconuts rotating in my mind. What's that all about? Can someone explain that to Madam Wolfwood? I'm so confused. BO and fish is a pretty good combo. BO? Oh, yes. That's one. Coconuts. Hello, August. Welcome in. Well, yes, what does it mean? Why am I seeing 8 coconuts? That's how tall she is. Oh, I see. Very well. All right. Cut the deck. Cut it again. There we are. All right. Lazuli's. VTuber Lazuli's. Past. Ooh, this one's very stuck. Present. Ooh, going smoothly. Oh, there it is. Present. And last but not least, a future. Ooh, that's quite stuck. Very good. The 3 have been chosen. The 3 have been chosen. Yes. Rotate all coconuts. No, please stop. They won't stop rotating in my head. Because we want to go on vacation. Vacation! I would love a vacation. That sounds wonderful. This BO person in my head who's been talking this entire time, sending me magical signals, she would also love a vacation. But she cannot afford that. I keep seeing a bank account that's very disturbingly low for this BO person. She can't manage to go on vacation. Anyway, Lazuli. All right, Lazuli's past. The King of Swords in reverse. Goodness. So remember, Hotties, remember, newcomers, why am I saying Hotties? The King of Swords is a thinking card. It's a card that thinks a lot. Let me get to he is the King of Swords. He's the king of intellectualism. Give me a moment, give me a moment, give me a moment. I'm consulting my grimoire. I definitely know all of these cards by heart. I definitely am not reading. All right, so the King of Swords upright represents, like the vertical sword he holds at the ready, he is a pillar of strength and morality. A warrior king, his sword is always drawn and he is prepared to spring into action. So the King of Swords represents overthinking. The King of Swords is constantly thinking. He's trying to 4D chess everyone. He tries to be logical. He tries to be smarter than everyone. He is very much ruled by his intellect, but this is in the reverse. So what we can gather from that here is perhaps in Lazuli's past, thinking wore her out, thinking too much, overthinking. I'm getting a sense of overthinking here. Rather than the king using his thoughts like a weapon, the thoughts instead use perhaps Lazuli like a weapon instead. Like overthinking perhaps colors a lot of her past, or colored a lot of her past here. Mr. Uncle, thank you for the 5. 5 equals 5 vacations. I'm sure it does in the human world. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So overthinking is a bit tough. Fighting, like, I'm getting a sense here, Madame Wolfwood's getting a sense here that Lazuli perhaps in her past she was overthinking quite constantly, and it was not that great for her mental health, if that makes any sense. Yes. And even perhaps she felt a bit intellectually lesser than most people. I know that some people, obviously, like for instance, right, in Madame Wolfwood's life, all of Madame Wolfwood's sisters are lawyers, and you can imagine how displeased my father and mother are with my choice of being a tarot reader. So I've always felt a bit intellectually compromised compared to all of my lawyer sisters. So in this sense, feeling intellectually compromised or feeling not smart enough for a certain job or not smart enough for a certain role in her past could have been a thing. On the plus side, the King of Swords tends to in reverse, tends to double check themselves very often. They tend to make sure to cross their T's and their Q's and their I's and their P's so that they don't make a mistake. So very thoughtful, very conscientious, but also all of that conscientiousness, all of those thoughts can also turn inward and tend to also hurt you as well. Yes. You could be a tarot lawyer. No, I don't think so. I don't think there are that. There's no such thing as a tarot lawyer. Yes, the minor arcana is a bit tough, Don. Yes. You can use them for poker or blackjack. All right, so Lazuli's present. Let us see it together. The devil in reverse. Ooh! Ooh, the devil! A present, the devil in reverse. Now, the devil is not a bad card. The devil is actually worse than death. Upright, the devil is worse than death. So, upright, this card represents losing independence. So this is reversed. The devil card, upright, means losing independence, addiction, and enslavement. Caught up in the material realm, overindulging, choosing to stay in the dark, pleasures, lust, and desire. Feeling hopelessness close in and limit the options. That is upright. However, we have to invert all of that because this is reversed. So the devil reversed is letting go of attachments. It is letting go of what controls you. It is freeing yourself. Whatever she has done in her present, it has completely freed her. She is no longer shackled. She is no longer bound by her previous wants and desires or her previous obligations. She is completely free in a wonderful way. She is no longer beholden to the negative habits or the negative coping mechanisms that come with the devil in the upright. The devil upright means like drinking too much. It means gaming. It means gambling. It means any sort of extreme, any sort of like very niche, very escapism, essentially. The devil represents indulging in escapism to the point where it is perhaps unhealthy. So like gaming all the time, or like reading all the time, like getting lost in fantasy worlds instead of reality. That is the devil. Dr. Uggs are also included in the devil upright. But yes, this is reversed. So she's finally freed herself. She's finally freed herself of it. That's fantastic. I bet she's feeling quite free. All right, and now for Lazuli's future. The Two of Wands. I like that artwork. That's good artwork. It's a man on some sort of beast. Okay, so it's upright. For Lazuli's future, personal power and influence, authority and courage. Be bold and inventive, but also beware of letting the intoxication of power cloud the mind and the judgment. Ah, I see. So the Two of Wands represents being brave and being bold, moving forward with confidence. So Leslie's future full of confidence. As long as she tackles it with confidence and being bold. There is a warning though with the Two of Wands here. If you essentially, it's warning you to not get too big for your britches, whatever that means. It's warning you to be careful of hubris. It's warning you to be careful of not thinking before you jump into things just because you think you're going to get a big reward at the end of it, right? So this card asks for you to think before you do things, but at the same time, make sure you keep that confidence moving forward and don't fall for don't make any decisions out of cockiness, essentially. She got a life, yes. Yeah, she got a life. She got a life. Lazuli, Channel Lazuli is now free. She can touch grass. She can move forward boldly and bravely into the future, as long as she's careful not to fall for any sort of scams or cons. Yeah, she is a god. Very true. She has entirely too much power over me. Does she, Doodle? Would you say there's always a bigger fish? It's not so much that, Isaac. It's more of like, you have to make sure that you're not the reason. You don't create your own downfall by being overconfident, essentially. Assessing your abilities correctly, assessing where you are correctly before you promise to do something or before you promise to make something. Make sure that you know that you can do it in certainty, in concrete, before you promise it, essentially, is what this card is saying. It's a great card. It's a fantastic card for the future. Absolutely. This is a great spread. Started out rough and then became free and is now moving forward simply, honestly, and courageously. I love to see it. We love to see it. The tarot says, don't fall for scams. Hello, Flightless. Welcome in. Welcome. My name is Madam Wolfwood, and I am doing tarot readings. How are you today? All right, I'm going to show you how I shuffle since you guys are convinced I keep pulling the same thing on purpose. All right. I think we have our last reading here for today. Madam Wolfwood is feeling it. The spirits are winding down. Last, but they have one more message before they go. Oh, we lost the carnival music. Give me a moment. There we are. I opened the tent flaps again. Last but not least, we have Bossymoon. Wait a minute. Is that the B.O. that's been in my head this whole time? I just realized Bossymoon is spelled with a B.O. The tent has a curious smell, does it? Must be the spirits. Sometimes they eat a bad dream. It gets a little gassy. Last call for funnel cakes. You may sneak out of the tent and grab a funnel cake and a Coke if you so wish. The carnival is closing. One last, if you would like to go ride the coaster, feel free. Just make sure, listen, I can't guarantee its safety. I may or may not have put a hex on it. You never know. All right, let's cut the cards. All right. Bossymoon's Vtuber Bossymoon's tarot reading. The boss herself, yes. Maybe she'll get the vacation. Oh, one can only hope. It's probably going to pull a joker. There are no jokers, Kieran. All right, any predictions for these cards? Any predictions for Bossymoon VTuber's cards? What will we draw? Exercise your third eye, newcomer. Reach into your soul and pull out facts from fiction. 3 towers in a row somehow. Probably going to... No jokers. The coaster's on fire. Don't worry about that. The Knight of Cups. We better not draw another knight, I swear to God. The World. Stinky. Interesting. Has Mochi not been read today? Yes, BK. At the beginning of stream, you missed it. I mean, at the beginning of my tarot reading. The Moon card is a safe bet. You think so? Cups and Swords. Moon, Sun, Wheel. Todd Howard. Okay. Star and Hermit and Sword. The Wheel of Pizza. All right. I don't think you're being serious about this, Hotties. I mean, newcomers. All right. Bossymoon's past. Oh, this is quite long. Oh, there we go. Past. Actually, this one feels right. Present. Oh, that one's stuck. And future. Oh, that one's stuck. There we are. The 3 cards. All right. Bossymoon's reading begins now. Her past. The star. Oh my god. Who said star? Who said star? Alright, well, I already know what this one is, but I will look it up in my grimoire anyway. Where's my grimoire? Alright, Bossymoon's past. Regaining hope, faith in the future, inspiration. Finding the still, silent place within your being of serenity, tranquility, amid trouble, harmony. Offering without reservations, sharing, and being generous. Yes. Bossymoon's past. She had a big wish. A big desire, a big goal in her past. There's a goal in her past that she wants to achieve. She is reaching. The star represents wishes. The star represents the peak of the pyramid, essentially. It represents a far-off goal, or a far-off dream, or a far-off wish. Ferrantis should buy a lot of... Did you get it, Ferrantis? Wow. All right. I see you, newcomer. I see you. Very good. Yes, some sort of wish or some sort of desire that she's reaching for in her past, and mostly it was serene and tranquil. Where in this time where she is making the wish, it is serene and tranquil and peaceful. I can't wait to see what her present is. Yes, hopeful and wishful. There's some sort of wish here in her past. All right, Bossymoon's present. The 5 of Swords. Okay. All right, so we know this one. It's not reversed this time. All right, let's look at the 5 of Swords. All right. The 5 of Swords says a sign of discord and conflict of interest. The choices make it easy to profit and look to one's own concerns, for it feels the world is allied against you. I see. Bossymoon here is going through some sort of conflict. One day she might be 23. Yes, that's her wish. That's her wish indeed. She's going through some sort of conflict. It feels as though, Bossy perhaps feels as though the world pushes against her sometimes, perhaps. That the world is... the voice in her head does not like this card. Sorry, the voice in my head does not like this card. Yes, there are 2 wolves inside her, essentially tearing her apart. Yes, Bossymoon is... There is discord. She is perhaps fighting a battle. Fighting a battle in order to pave a way for this wish. Combined with the star, the 5 of Swords, you have to battle for it. This is what this is saying. The star is this wish, this far-off dream. And the feeling I'm getting here is the 5 of Swords says that if you want that wish, Bossymoon, you must fight for it. You must fight for it. You must face adversity. You must face situations in which it feels like the world is against you. You have to. You have to fight for this wish. You do not get it handed to you. You are not like other people. You do not get lucky. Basically, Bossymoon says, I wish I could get lucky. The 5 of Swords says, you're going to have to work for it, bitch. Yes, working for the dream vacation. Exactly, exactly. Hello, Kimchi. Yes, also Discord. Yes, the app Discord. All right, are we ready for the future? Oh, Bossymoon is quite scared. Madame Wolfwood swears to you that she... Madame Wolfwood swears. It's the Page of Cups, everyone. Madame Wolfwood swears to you. Swears. All right, you know what? We're going to ask... This is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. We're going to ask for a little bit more clarification. Because I'm tired of seeing this card. What does this mean? What does this mean? It's the Page of Cups again. All right, what the hell does this mean? Tarot deck, what does this mean? What does this mean? Give me clarification. Give me clarification. Give me clarification. Nope, that's not it. I need a defining feature. Okay, that one. All right, give me 2 clarifications. I'm not letting you off the hook this time, deck. I need 2 clarifications. I'm not just going to be satisfied with just one. What do you mean by Page of Cups? You keep saying it, but what does it mean? Okay, that one's stuck. All right, these two. Okay. Full of sippies. Yeah, we're at the cup meta. It means you can't shuffle. That's not what it means. I literally shuffled. You saw me shuffle. I choose these cards at random. You see me how I do it. This is random. This is not rigged. I swear to you. Tony, thank you so much for the super. Scammed or rigged? No, I swear. I swear. All right, let's get some clarification. The first clarification card is the Eight of Swords reversed. Okay, let's look at the Eight of Swords. What does that mean? What does that mean for Bossymoon's Page of Cups? So the Page of Cups means you're supposed to follow your heart and be open and honest with people. Give freely of your emotions and you will be fine. You will reach that star. But what is Eight of Swords? What do you mean reach out to? What does this mean? Eight of Swords. Hold on, my grimoire is acting up again. Damn this thing, it's so old. The pages are stuck together with demon grease, brimstone, and hellfire. Alright, there we are. So the Eight of Swords in upright says, do not waste energy on the trivial or freeze up in a crisis. Resist the urge to feel restricted, confused, powerless, and trapped by circumstances. Okay, so reversed, it's the opposite of being trapped. Yes, thank you for the hydrate. Allow me to sip my brew. Thank you, friend. Thank you for the sip. Yes, so the Eight of Swords says resist the feeling to freeze up during a crisis. But this is reversed. So it means, yes, liberated. Yes, hello, Nicole. Welcome in. How are you? Liberated. You must seek freedom, is what this says. Freedom is the path. Do not restrict yourself. Do not restrict yourself arbitrarily, emotionally. Make sure that the restrictions you put on yourself emotionally, make sure you don't put any restrictions emotionally, is what this says. It's telling Bossymoon to be herself even more. It says to take off the ankle weights, the Rock Lee ankle weights, the emotional Rock Lee ankle weights even more. Okay, what is the second clarification? The Magician in reverse. Okay. What does the Magician in reverse mean? Ooh, the Magician's a very good card, but in reverse, I don't know. Alright. The Magician, upright, says originality, creativity, skill, willpower, self-confidence, dexterity, and sleight of hand. Grasping the unseen around you and harnessing it to become reality, drawing forth the inevitable into the material realm. Okay, so this means don't be delusional. So the Magician in reverse says, be yourself, don't be delusional, Bossymoon. Don't be someone who you are not. Don't get lost in the delusion. You must be the purest, undiluted form of yourself in order to get to your wish. Here. Sleight of hand. Yes. Not falling for... Yes, be free, but don't fall for scams is also what this is saying. Don't fall for illusions. Don't fall for like temporary wishes or temporary dreams. Your dreams, you must never forget your star. Do not fall for like the temporary small wins that would otherwise compromise your star wish, if that makes sense. Says the VTuber. Yes. Morrowind. So a new Morrowind playthrough. No, I don't think so. Yeah, don't gotcha, essentially. Yes. There's two wolves. There's not two wolves. All I see is birds here. It is good advice. It is good advice. It says be yourself and don't be delusional. Alright, that makes sense. It's good. It's a good spread. This is really tough, though. The Five of Swords right now, upright, is a really tough card. Bossymoon's currently going through a lot of things. Perhaps she cannot share them. Perhaps she cannot share them with the people. Perhaps she cannot say what she is going through, but she is going through a hard time here. She's gonna have to fight really hard for it, whatever it is. This card is also a card of people intention. Whether or not it's real, she definitely feels like life is almost she's getting an unfair sense from life. But she's going through a lot. She's fighting very hard for this. But I think everything will be fine in the end as long as she's herself without being too delusional. Everything will work out. Yes. Yes. Yes, Madame Wolfwood. I'm so glad that Madame Wolfwood is here to read Bossymoon's tarot card. I've never met her in person, but she seems quite nice. And I hope that she gets through whatever she's fighting against right now. I hope that she gets through it. Yes. I wish for the best for her future. That's all we can do is pray. That's all we can do is manifest and send her good energy. And she needs to stop feeling so sorry for herself. She needs to just be herself. Instead of being like, why is the whole world against me? Nah, nah, nah. Just be yourself, Bossymoon. That's all the cards say. Don't worry about anything else. Don't worry about fighting or other people. Don't worry about what's going on, and don't worry about taxes or any of that sort of thing. Don't let the tax man or the IRS or any of that get you down. Just keep being yourself and you'll be fine. Yes. Yes. Don't quit your day job. Positive vibes, indeed. Positive vibes. Well, newcomers, thank you very much for engaging in jolly tarot cooperation with me today. I hope that this was entertaining. Again, tarot is fake. It's not real. But it is fun to listen to the spirits occasionally. And it is fun to sort of look at our own problems through the lens of abject metaphor and various stilted riddles and that sort of thing. So thank you very much for coming to my circus tent today. Yes, I hope you had a wonderful time at the carnival. I hope you had a wonderful carnival. Yes, Jungian. Yes, indeed. Quite Jungian of us. I hope you had a lovely time. I hope to see you again at some other carnival sometime in the future. And remember to take care of yourselves. Something in my brain is saying, take care of yourselves and others and eat a green thing, whatever that means. Hopefully this voice in my head goes away pretty soon because she's quite annoying. She never shuts up. She never shuts up and she just wants to play video games. I don't understand. I've never seen the appeal. Myself, I've never seen the appeal of video games. Madame Wolfwood has only ever played Pac-Man once and they kicked me out of the arcade because I kept mysteriously not needing to pay with quarters. Anyway, I don't understand it, but she seems nice enough, and I hope that someday she will find that star she's looking for. Yes. Take care of yourselves, everyone. This has been Madame Wolfwood signing out, and the voice in my head is doing the most peculiar thing. It's telling me to do this. I'm going to lean into the mic. It's telling me to say bye-bye. Bye-bye. And then last but not least, there's one more word. Wait, what is it? It's coming through. It's coming through. Bye. Bye.